Sup, my name is Rio for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to the next meta, where we basically talk about whatever I feel like talking about. This week I feel like talking about when is enough support enough? God damn, Konami! And this time we're talking about Burning Abyss, Black Wings, and just everything that's getting support. Let's talk about the good support, when Konami did right. Crystal Beasts, they were in need of something new. They gave them something new. Black Wings, in all honesty, as much as I love the new support, didn't really need it. I know the manga wings were there. I'm fine with it. That's not a problem. But something like Burning Abyss, obviously, it's the best deck in the meta. Dude, I think we can all agree on that. Pretty much. It's the best deck in the meta. It has its own version of a card attack that's searchable, and it can bring it back. It's kind of silly. Yet Konami decides, hey, fuck it, let's give it more support. Let's inject it with Overdrive. And it's something like the Noble Knight syndrome, where except that instead of getting bad support, no disrespect to you Noble Knight players, instead of getting bad support, they're getting God support. Like God tier support. And when they get God tier support, you're just like, Konami, stop. Where's my Earthbound Immortal love? Where's my Toon love? Where's my Alien support? Where's my Crystal Beast? The things we talked about on Monday, I think it was. What decks could use more support? Or it was the week before. Follow-up is coming for that. And I mean, just like, it's so silly to sit here and see these decks that don't need more support getting more support. And I know it's not going to change anything, really. But in all honesty, am I the only one who feels this way? Or when does it become enough? When did Burning Abyss was strong enough? Honestly, I think it was new challengers. They were strong enough to say, alright, they don't really need anything. Let's give it to something that really does. The slots that Burning Abyss are taking for their new ritual, and I'm just gonna go out and bone and say, I'm gonna go out online and say, I'm gonna go out there and just say, well, I figure Fusion's coming for them and a few other things, because there is a certain card that we wanted to talk about on Tech Tuesday, but we couldn't because, well, Tech Tuesday, I was sick. I have the flu. Here's the thing. It comes down to Konami just wants to make the deck so silly that you have to constantly buy new stuff for it. Killer for it. This is also a deck that doesn't fully need new support, yet it's getting more support. I'm not complaining about it to change anything. I'm just making a standpoint that I think it's kind of silly, and I really do think that there are better decks out there that could use the support. GBs are like one step away from actually being full-on good again. They need a bestiary, you know, and it's not even hard to make a new bestiary. It's not. I mean, just like, come on. Chaos Dragons are fine where they are. If anyone thinks I'm going to be biased and say that, I'm not. Blue Eyes, the reason I say it, because it's like one step from tier, you know, anything. Synchron just got a great amount of support, and that was the right kind of support. That's what Konami should do with every deck. They should look at it, say, what the fuck does it need to make their boss monster faster? Like with Blue Eyes, what do I need to get to Blue Eyes faster? I need a better draw engine. I need a searcher that's going to grab a trade-in or cards or consequence. And I already know the consequence of that, but we could just make a Blue Eyes themed trade-in that only works with Blue Eyes, and your whole deck has to be Blue Eyes based, and there you go. See? Balance. Monarchs are getting more support, and in all honesty, Monarchs really don't need that support that they're getting, the Mega Forms. It's cool as hell that they're getting that, but they really don't need it. And I mean, it's just silly to see those kinds of things when something like Fire Kings, which is one step away, doesn't get the love they need. And some of you may argue, hey, you know what works great in Fire Kings? Tengu. It's another monster. It thins out the deck. I agree with you, but the problem still stands. They could use another monster that is a themed Fire King to help the archetype move that much faster. Now you're probably saying to yourself, but Ryu, what the hell would you give them? They already have the Searcher. They already have the Destruction. They already have the big boss monster. Well, in all honesty, if I had to give Fire King something, I'd probably give him a Recycler that only works in Fire Kings. Because, let's be honest, sometimes that's what you want in Fire Kings. Very few times. And that would be okay support. Give it 1700 stat. Goes up to 18 behind Tenki. They have Bear for more destruction stuff. You could recycle the Bear. You could recycle the, you know, whatever circle the Fire Kings. There you go. Stuff like that. Just to help the deck. And that's off the top of my head. I mean, XYZ canon, and I'm going to be the one guy that says this, is something that could also use some love. You know, something, pendulums push them, but not enough. And when I say pendulums push them, I probably sound like a nut job saying pendulums push them, when I don't really think even that pendulums push them. You know, to be fair, I don't really even think they push them, but what I'm saying is it allows you to drop them on the board faster for the contact fusions. At least I think it's a contact fusion. I haven't played them in years. Sharks. These can also use support. But I could be here all day saying about what deck needs support. Roids need an actual damn tuner. But the point still stands. When is enough support enough? When do you stop and say, okay, we don't want to take the deck any further? When is it fair to say, this deck will not be tier 1, but this deck will be tier 0? That's my standpoint with Konami. I'm okay with having one deck be tier 1 and one be tier 5. My only standpoint is that I want that one deck to be tier 5 to be fun as hell to play. And Synchrons, in all honesty, they're not tier 5, but they are fun as hell to play. Heroes, they are fun to play. They're fast, they're aggressive. They win really quickly if you know what you're doing. Chaos Dragons, they win really quickly if you know what you're doing. It's all those fun things. Heretics are one step away from actually being in that final good support. And this is something that I feel Konami needs to change in the future. But hey, I may be wrong, and this is just one guy's opinion. And that's why I asked you guys to get part of the discussion so we could basically talk it out. When do you guys feel enough support is enough? Do you think Konami went overboard with Burning Abyss, or they just got started? In all honesty, I really do think they just got started. I'm rooting for Infraroids to take tier 1 status because it's just fun. It's just funny. It's funny for me to see it. A Fire Fiend Archetype deck is fucking brilliant in design because Reasoning's back at 3. That's something I think is going to take off. So, tidbit for you at the end of this video, start picking up Infraroids when they start coming to the TCG market. I do think they will hit tier 1. Not this format. Possibly the next one or the one after. They're definitely probably going to be tier 1 status. I feel it. Because they're just so silly in design. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you later. For more of the next meta, well, tune in about 2 weeks from now. For more videos from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, well, that's coming out soon. Thanks for watching as always, and thanks for the continued support. I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, and I am out of here. Bye.